Hi. I want to talk to you about a couple of techniques that you have to help de-escalate a situation that involve your voice. You may not think of that as one of your tools, but it's one of the best you've got. When you're dealing with an escalated situation or a tense situation, the first technique that I want to talk about that may prove useful was introduced by Chris Voss, who's a former FBI crisis negotiator, and he calls this the late night DJ voice. And the goal is to bring your voice down a little bit lower in pitch and a tad slower than your normal speech. So something that's calm and reassuring. I find this voice especially useful when I'm in a situation where maybe there's more than one person and the emotion has been feeding off of itself so that the group tempo is getting, louder and louder, more and more upset and crisis mode. So for example, I might come home from work and two kids are hollering at each other and another one's meeting me at the door to yell and tell me what's been going on, and someone else is singing really loudly with earbuds in their ears, trying to drown out the noise, and it's just total chaos. And then I come in and I use my late night DJ voice, and it sounds something like, okay, let's go one at a time. When I say your name, you tell me the problem. The goal of the late night DJ voice is to project authority, confidence, and calm. I've got it under control. You're in safe hands. I can handle this. It invites the other person to relax, trust you, and know that everything's going to be okay. The second technique is a form of mirroring. To put it in context for a scenario, let's just imagine a scenario. Imagine you're extremely frustrated because your bank removed $500 from your account and you don't know why and you can't figure out why. This was 2 days ago and some other items have cleared the bank and now they have overdraft fees. So now you're in the negative, $700 or $800. You tried to do the online chat for the bank and nobody responded. You sent an email and nobody responded. So finally you call and you are just so upset by this point. You've been on the phone with them for 45 minutes. They've transferred you to 3 different people. Still, nobody has given you an explanation and nobody's been able to fix the problem. So you come to the 4th person now and you explain the situation again. All that frustration, worry, anger in your voice comes through. And imagine that this 4th person then interrupts and says, now let's just calm down here. No need to get so worked up. Now, tone of voice, they're using technique number 1, right? They're going lower, deeper, and projecting authority. But how does this make you feel? You start thinking about homicide, right? They're not getting it. So mirroring is kind of the opposite. Mirroring is an attempt to mirror the level of emotion shown by the other person, but just a notch lower than they are. So the hope is that throughout the conversation, you're going to continue this gradually bringing down, and as you mirror them just a notch lower, they're going to mirror you, and you can gradually bring the conversation down. So using this $500 lost by the bank as an example, mirroring would be if person number 4 says, oh my gosh, that sounds so frustrating. I am so sorry this happened to you. It conveys the message that you understand the seriousness of the situation and you share their frustration. In fact, you relate to the other person. You're willing to take on, you're going to join them in this emotion because it's worth it. It's worth you joining. It's a powerful way to convey empathy. Just remember though with mirroring that the goal is not to join the escalated situation and continue to escalate it. The goal is to, meet it and then bring it back down. Now, obviously, the words you choose are so important, and the tone of the inflection that you use, can be critical as well. That's not what we're focusing on right now. But just keep in mind that the way that you use your voice can be a fantastic resource to you when you're dealing with escalated situations.